All right, lots to cover in this video. First, we're going to look at the NQ. NQ had some different things that were interesting and threw things off a little bit. But anyways, here's pivot 1, which was a win for both 25 and 50. It stopped basically right near the 50% retracement. And we talked about that in previous videos this week or last week. Those can be good spots to buy and then go, in this case, go long. It ran up to pivot 2. Now, pivot 2 is up to 12,581.25. And if I scroll over here, you will see it went up to 581. So it missed it by a tick. So this would have been a pivot 2, and you can see it clearly won both 25 and 50. Now, why that's relevant is because the micros in that particular case, they ran up to 51. Excuse me, sorry about that. They ran up to 581.75. So if you're trading on the micros, there should be a pivot here, and it was a win. So that matters because of the way that the trade idea is designed, right? So so this first pivot was a win, 25 and 50. So the second pivot here, you would not have a trade at all. So, and it won. So the next trade would be up here, and you wouldn't have anything there either. But again, officially off of the minis, it did not hit. It missed it by a tick. Now, again, I've talked about this before. Misses it by a tick, does exactly what it's supposed to do. I'm counting that as a win because it's going to screw up the rest of the way if you don't do that. And you can see on the micros, it did hit the number and then did it. So if you go based on official, though, officially it did not hit until all the way over here. It lost, so your official 25% entry is right here. So this would be a most safe entry, 25%. You would short it. It lost, so you enter 3 more contracts here. It won, so you broke even there. Now, why that matters is because if this pivot was here, then this is not a trade. This is just your first loss, and then this is your first most safe entry, and you won. But because it missed it by a tick, this is your first entry because this one lost, and you would have to enter it there. So again, depending on how you do it, this one's a little different just because it missed it by a tick. The micros hit it. So the micros, if you were trading strictly on the micros, your thing would look like this. This is pivot number 3, which lost, so this would be your first entry. If again, officially, it's right here. So, but going back to the trades here, officially, so the first trade here was a win on the 50. Second trade here was a loss on the 50. Third trade here was a loss on the 50. So you have 2 losses in a row for the 50. So you would have a most safe 50% entry here. And that clearly won, and that was worth 28 points. So if you're going to go based on official, off of the mini, the 25% had 2 trades and it was a break even. You lost this one, won this one. The 50% had 1 trade right here and it was worth 28 points. If you're going to count this as a win, then this is a trade here for the, this is a trade here for the 25% and it's a 14-point winner. And then you would not have a 50% entry because you had a win here on the 50, win here on the 50, and this is your first loss, so you wouldn't have an entry there. So depending on how you traded it, you shouldn't have lost money. Worst case scenario, you broke even for whatever you did, but best case would be plus 28 points on the 50 or plus 14 points on the 25%. So a little crazy. Again, it's trading. Again, micros were different. Missing it by that tick makes a world of difference. But sorry for the long video on that, but that's what was happening today. ES had a loss right here for the 25 and 50. So this is your first most safe entry for the 25%, and it was a win. Took a while, but it did win, and that was worth 4.25 points. And then the Dow had one trade. It almost hit pivot 2 here, missed it by about 8 ticks. It would have been a most safe entry had it hit it and been before 11. Now, it wasn't before 11 and did not hit it. So I don't know, as of this recording, I don't know if it's the 25 and 50 are going to actually officially win, but it doesn't have any bearing on our particular trades for today. So again, the cleanest one was the ES, took a while, 4.25 points. NQ, you should have at least made some money, just depending on how you did it, 25 or 50% most safe trades. Have a good one. If you have questions, drop them in the comments section, drop me an email. Take care.